Speaking of shopping, where do you shop in DC? Have you had a chance
I've
to
never been shopping in DC. So sad.
That's a problem.
That is a problem. Yeah. Never been shopping in DC. I probably need to be here for more than like hours at a time.
Yeah.
Because I usually just come in and come out. But I love DC. I mean, the DMV area is like one of my best markets. And so I come down here more for, I guess, love and music than I do for shopping.
Love.
Oh yeah, music is love.
Oh, 'cause you know I was gonna ask.
Oh, she's trying to go for it.
I was
You
trying to go
tried it.
for it. No, I'll defer. Did you get a chance to watch Black Girls Rock?
I didn't.
Okay. Did you hear about Alice Smith? She did your song. She covered Fool.
I haven't seen it. I heard about it. I'm just really flattered that anyone's covering a song I did at this point in my career.
Yeah.
Like, I cover like people who are like 50 years my senior, you know what I mean? Or my peers, but like hip hop records. So to just know that like another fellow artist is covering my song is a really, really flattering thing.
Who are you inspired by? Like, whose music do you listen to?
I always listen to the same music. I always listen to Lauryn Hill. I always listen to Sam Cooke. I always listen to Bob Marley.
Okay.
I'd probably say the artist that I'm influenced by the most, and he's just my favorite artist, is Kanye West. Like,
Okay.
I just think, I love Kanye. I love everything he does. People would say it's right, wrong, ugly, good, bad, whatever.
Kanye too.
I just love him. I just think
He's
that,
a
like,
genius.
yeah. I don't care if he's a mad scientist. I don't
Right.
care if people say, you know, he's a different kind of genius. I'm into it, and I love it, and I love that he's been able to evolve and, you know, continue to give people what he wants to do, and that's shock them with art and music, and in a very creative way. So, I love Kanye. I'm really into hip hop these days. I mean, like, Kendrick and J. Cole are probably like two of my favorite albums. Justin Timberlake's my favorite album of the year. I really love Solange. I really love what she's doing just overall in curating art and music and uplifting other artists and creating compilations with other artists. I think that that's really important. So I'm really inspired by her right now too.
You talk about working with other artists. So this Jacket's super R&B group. Like, what's going on with you guys?
There is no super R&B group. I love that somebody has decided to just put me in a group after I've decided to put out three albums. Now I'm in a group. No, you know what? It's just a crew of, like, I think upcoming artists, and you know, I've been able to like mentor a lot of them and like talk to them a lot and like grow with them, and like, you know, even from Luke James being in my video, and like, you know, from 4 a.m. and like Ro James, just like getting to know him, and even Bridget Kelly, knowing her for years, and like talking and just like advising this like new wave of like artists and R&B, and like, and that I actually genuinely support and like believe in. So, you know, it's very important, I think, for people to see artists supporting artists, and that's why
Because you don't see that.
No, you don't. You don't. It's, I mean, you usually see it for like paparazzi purposes, but you don't really see it from a genuine standpoint. Like the other day, I just went up there and jumped on his stage, Rose stage, and wanted to like, you know, perform, and he asked me, and, you know, it's not about ego. It's not, it's about the art. It's about the music. It's about uplifting each other. So, you know, I was really happy to be able to be there, and everyone's so talented. And that's who I want to be associated with. I want to be associated with dope, talented artists.
In terms of the industry, like, I know you and Bridget are good friends. Do you have any other friends in the industry that you guys talk all the time and they encourage you, or?
I have people, you know, it's hard because like artists, it's really tough for artists to be real friends. That's like the real deal. Like, you really have to make time or have a lot of control over your schedule to be able to hang out with your friend who's an artist at the same time. Because either y'all are on tour together or you're not working, because schedules are just all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are people that I definitely love, and when I see, it's a genuine admiration and appreciation for each other, like Janelle Monáe and gorgeous. India Ari, and, you know, I mean, even John Legend. I was texting with John the other day, just telling him how much I loved his new album, and, you know, and saying that I wanted to work again, and, you know, I miss being in the studio with him, and like, it's when you can reach out. And so, you know, Estelle, like, there are people that I love that when I get to see, and like, yeah, let's go to the reggae club together. And Estelle is definitely one of those people. But I'm just about, you know, artists that are just cool people.
Cool people?
You know, cool people that are just chill. And, like, I'm not a big partier. I don't like to,
Okay.
like, go pop bottles and, like, be on a scene and, like, have paparazzi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you don't see, like, the only time I see, because I love the gossip blogs, you
Yeah.
know, just to be in the know, to kind of know what's going on. The only time I see you is a performance, a red carpet, no, like, candid, crazy.
I'm not here for that. I'm just not. I'm like, you know, I remember I went to this event. There was two things that recently happened, and I was so pissed off. One, I went to this, like, art event where Solange was performing in New York, and the next day on the blogs, this was like a while ago, and the next day on the blogs, everyone was just like, Melanie Fiona wears a new lipstick. Do we love it or do we hate it? I was like, honestly, what are you talking about right now? Like, you guys care about my lipstick right now? This is retarded. And so, sorry.
No,
it's just, like, stupid. Like, I shouldn't even use that word, but, like, it's just stupid. I just think that, like, it's dumb. And then you've got, you know, then the other day I did this women's empowerment event with, like, ASCAP, and it was honoring, like, the women from my production team, LaToya Luckett, Andrea Martin.
I saw the pictures from that.
And then, like, someone on the Huffington Post was like, are overalls ever okay on the red carpet? And I'm like, y'all aren't even focused on, like, what we're talking about right now. Like, why don't you guys feature what is, like, relevant? And that's the fact that there's women doing really cool shit that need to be uplifted and inspired.
What do you want your fans to know?
I just want my fans to respect me as a human being, really. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm a great artist and they feel connected to the music and they feel connected to me and they just respect what I do and they respect me as a person and they respect my space as a non-artist as well, and they support me in all areas of that. Because I mean I get it, there's the highs and lows that come to doing this, right? But, like, I've never gotten in this to be famous,
right,
ever. And so when people start to comment and, you know, everybody has their 2 cents because everybody feels like their opinion is important nowadays because they, you know, have an outlet to do it, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or blog, something, whatever.
People say anything now.
They just say whatever they want with no, like, expertise behind it. And so I don't get caught up in people who do that. So I respect people who are educated and positive and are coming from a very, like, you know, informative standpoint as opposed to, like, a gossip or like, you know.
I totally respect
it's
that.
just not my thing. And and don't get me wrong, there's an audience out there that loves it. There's people out there that love. There's people out there that thrive and have built whole careers on it. It's just not my style.
But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, when Beyonce did her HBO special, and she said, people don't respect just my art. They want to know about my personal life, and that's not what's important. It's about the music. So that's what you remind me of when you say that.
You know, and I appreciate that because it's the truth. Like, I really admire how private Beyonce has been able to keep her life. Like,
everybody does.
And the thing is that everybody, the funny thing is that I love that, like, everybody always used to be like, well, come on, just say it. We know. And she never gave in because you have to keep something for yourself. And once you let the outside world into your inside world, you can't ask them to get out. You can't ask them to get out. You invited them in. So you have to keep something sacred for yourself. You know what I mean? Eventually, I want to be a mom and I want to have kids and I want to be able to walk them down the street to school and not have to worry about all those things because people want them to feed off of, can we get her without makeup and what does her kid look like? I don't. So I just feel like if I present myself from a human from jump, people will always respect me for being a human. I don't want to be treated as this, like, separate super entity that is untouchable. It's like, no, we go through the same things. Like, if you haven't figured that out through my music, then, like, my music isn't for you.
This will be my first time seeing you perform live, so I'm really excited. What can I expect from the show as a new, like, a first timer?
I think that when people come to see the show, they're really taken back by how dynamic the show is. Because a lot of people judge artists based off of only the music that they're exposed to. And a lot of people don't take the time to go deeper into what that artist is completely about. And so when you come to a show of mine like this, where I get a band and a full set, you get to really feel me, you get to feel my culture, you get to feel my background, my love for love, my journey through love, you know, the ability to connect to people through emotion and live music. And it's not just like, oh, let's, you know, it's about having fun and getting people involved. It's very interactive. And so I think you'll enjoy it. I think people really, really enjoy the live show. And that's why I love to get out on the road and do shows for the fans and for people who just want to discover new music. I get out into a venue where no one knew me just to perform, just because I love it so much. So I hope you enjoyed the show.
No,
It's a really
I'm
great show.
excited, so I'm looking forward to it. So thank you.